Today, I'm going to show you 5 AI features within my designs that can help you save a ton of time with your print-on-demand business. The first feature I'm going to show you is Vision AI, and this is probably my personal favorite because it's one of the best ways to generate listing data in bulk, and that's for both Etsy and Amazon merch. So in this case, I've got a collection right here, or a folder within my designs that has 120 designs in it. And as you can see, the designs are very different. They have different graphics, different phrases. They are for different types of niches. And if I wanted to create the listing SEO or the listing data for these manually, it would take a very, very long time. Another thing to show you, if I change this to list view, I've got a title, description, and tag field over here. This is the template, the default template within my designs set up for Etsy listings. So that's what we're going to start generating. All you have to do is select all listings up here, then click on Vision AI and configure a few settings. First of all, make sure that the input file slot is your design file. You don't want to have any mock-ups or anything like that selected. Make sure it's the actual print files of your designs. Then you can choose the product type that you want to sell on Etsy from this drop down. You've got tons and tons of options. We'll just go with the default right here of a t-shirt, and then the platform. You can change this to Amazon merch, but more on that later. And the fields. So by default, they should be mapped correctly, but if you have a bit of a custom template, you might need to adjust this right here. And also, if for some reason you don't want it to generate a description, if you want to do that part yourself, you can also untoggle that right here, and it's going to leave that off. Additionally, you have some features at the bottom. Product features means if we enable this, we can select an exact product type or type of t-shirt in a sense. For example, if you wanted to sell the Bella Canva, you can type in 3001 and select that from the drop down, and it's going to add those product features to your description. Custom instruction is essentially a bit of a prompt bar where you can enter additional details that you want to be added to the description or the title, the tags, anything that you can think of that you want to be added or customized. You just add it here. Like some examples are include emojis in the description, write the text in German. You could add details about fast shipping. That's one thing that I often do. You could do add details about fast shipping to the description, and let's do add relevant emojis to the description only, because we don't want those in the title or in the tags. And I think that's enough for now. Let's hit generate listing data. Yes, run Vision AI. And now it's going to add that job to the queue. You can see it up here processing. And what Vision AI is going to do is it's going to scan the design files right here and essentially create a listing based on what it sees. And as you can see, it's doing it very, very quickly. This is going down very swiftly and usually takes about 1 or 2 minutes to generate about 120 listings that are optimized for Etsy. So here we go, Vision AI is done and all these listings are filled in. I'll just give you a quick overview of what it did. So in this case, we've got funny duck t-shirt, don't duck with me, graphic tee, a cool animal shirt, unisex adult clothing. So as you can see, it's using different types of t-shirts. We've got t-shirt literally, then we've got tee and shirt right here. So you've got different versions. It also adds the phrases to the title or the description, don't duck with me. The tags are pretty decent as well over here. Cool duck shirt, funny animal tee, knife duck design. If you do want to change any of these, you can still delete certain keywords and then add new ones to it. We've got a description right here describing the design at the top. Here we've got the emojis added as I specified in the custom instructions. The product features of the Bella Canva are also always at the bottom, which is handy. And yeah, that's basically what it's done for every single listing right here. We've got floral, anatomy, unique deep breath, flower design, unisex graphic tee. I don't like morning people or mornings. Has it added the whole phrase to the description? I don't like morning people or mornings or people. Yeah, perfect for those who are not morning persons and enjoy a good laugh. Unisex cat graphic t-shirt featuring the phrase, that's pretty good. UFO alien abduction, take me away, skeleton t-shirt. Yeah, I think you can see that it's doing a pretty good job of accurately scanning these designs and creating listings based on those. You might sometimes still want to make some changes and adjustments, but it's definitely a very fast way to get you started and at least have a basis to work with. And in many cases, you can just use the listings as they are. If you want to make some changes in bulk to all of these listings. If there's specific keywords that you don't want or that you want to add to the title, then you can also do that by heading to all actions, edit in bulk, and then just select the field that you want to affect right here. So if it was the description, just go in here, and then you have different actions such as add to end, add to front, find and replace words. You can overwrite the entire field if you wanted to, find and delete, or clear the field as well. So this is definitely a handy additional feature that you have. Now you might be wondering, what if I want to sell multiple products in the same listing? Well, in Vision AI, you can also select right here where the product type is selected. You can go to the bottom and do other, and then you could type in t-shirt, sweatshirt, and hoodie, for example, and then custom instructions. You could also add this in. For example, this listing should be optimized for shirts, sweatshirts, and hoodies, and then you could generate the listing data with these additional instructions, and it will include more keywords for other product types as well. But what if you also wanted to add some listing data for Amazon merch and generate that in bulk? Well, first of all, you need the correct template for that, because Amazon merch doesn't have tags, for example, and it also has additional fields such as bullet points, brand name, etc. And we do that in the templates section over here, where we can click on load templates at the bottom and then choose merch by Amazon right here, install this, and there we go. Now we've got the correct data fields right here mapped out, and we can go back to Vision AI, change this from Etsy to Amazon merch. Just make sure these fields are mapped correctly. You can filter out specific words right here if you don't want gift included, birthday, or other specific keywords that might cause rejections. If you do want them included, you can disable them like this, and you've got the choice right there, or just leave it off completely. Custom instructions, once again, this is for adding specific things. I wouldn't add emojis, that's more Etsy specific, but you can have it translated to a different language if you want. Let's try this with filtering out these words and hit generate listing data. Yes, run Vision AI. And there we go. Now it's also generate the listings right here for Amazon merch with a brief brand name, title, and then bullets and description filled in as well. Really, really cool. We've got duck off, adorable sleeping duckling cartoon design. Yeah, it's added duckling in there. That's a pretty good keyword. Quacky prince for the brand name. That's pretty short, but I mean, it does actually look like a brand name, which is not a bad idea. But yeah, I think you get the gist. In May, we wear green, mental health awareness, perfect. And again, if you do want to add extra things to this or remove certain keywords, then you can still do that and amend the listings afterwards. The second feature we're going to talk about is Dream AI, and this is essentially My Design's built-in AI ad generator. You can find it on the left right here. This has two different models at the moment. I believe they're going to add more very soon. SDXL 1.0, which does get pretty good results, like these dog portraits right here, are generated with SDXL, and you've got DALL-E 3 built in as well, which definitely has some benefits over the ChatGPT version, because first of all, you don't need a ChatGPT Plus subscription in order to use this DALL-E 3 right here, and you can access Dream AI within My Designs even if you just have a free account. Basically, you get access to DALL-E 3 and all you need is credits, right? You generate these images with credits. You can purchase those individually, even with a free account, and then just do like a pay as you go. Or if you do have a monthly subscription, you do get a certain amount of credits each month, depending on which level you're on. And then they also roll over, meaning if you don't use your credits, they roll over and build up on top of each other for, I think, 3 months. So you kind of build up a large amount of credits there as well. If you need to get extra credits, you can do it up here and just get like a bundle of 125 for $5. For example. But how to use this generator or this tab right here on the side. First of all, text to image is the default mode, probably the one you're going to use the most, but they now also have a new feature called edit image, which is pretty cool. I'll show you how that works in a little bit. Text to image is the default. The style, I usually leave that at vivid as well. You can select how many images you want to generate. That is another benefit over DALL-E 3 and ChatGPT, is that you can do 2 images at the same time, and you can also submit multiple prompts very quickly right here, rather than having to wait forever for just one image to load in ChatGPT. You can change the aspect ratio right here. You can have a wide format or portrait as well if you want to. And then let's just start off with a sample prompt right here. This one is from my free DALL-E 3 t-shirt prompt guide, which you can download for free on my website. This is for generating sort of a pink rainbow graphic right here with a leopard pattern. So let's hit Dream, and that's going to submit this. And I'll also change the prompt from pink to purple and hit Dream again. And as you can see, it's now doing 2 sets of graphics right here, and you always get 2 results at once. So a lot quicker than it would be with ChatGPT DALL-E 3. So I think these both look pretty nice. The one on the right might be easier in terms of removing the background, but visually, I think the left side is kind of more pleasing. Then the purple result, I think these turned out a little bit wonky, but the right side is actually quite neat and usable in my opinion. Now, what you can do is you can select 1 or 2 of these, whichever ones you want to use, and then either download the graphic right here or save it to your listings. And you also have the option right here to upscale the graphic straight away as you're saving it to your listings. So it would take it up to 4000 by 4000 pixels. You just have to select a slot at the bottom. Main file is where I would save it for the main print file, and then save to listing right here. And that's going to then, yes, store images. That's then going to take both of these pink rainbows, upscale them and save them to your collection. So let me explain the edit image feature as well. This is very new and actually pretty impressive because you can edit just a small portion of an image without having to select it even. You need a reference image. You can drag and drop a file into this, or you can use an image that you generated with Dream AI. You just find it in your history right here and then set the image as file right here. There we go. And now what we have to do with these prompt bars is we first of all enter an object or a subject that we want to replace. In this case, it would be black bear. So I want to replace this black bear with a different animal perhaps, or different thing entirely. So let's do something funky. Let's do it purple cartoon alien, or cartoon might not suit because this is more of a watercolor style. Let's actually make it fit the graphic. Now, all we have to do is hit Dream AI, and it's going to scan the image, find the black bear and replace it with a purple watercolor alien. And the rest of the image should stay exactly the same. And that's the key here. It's not regenerating and creating a new graphic. It's just making minor changes to an existing image. And there we go. That worked pretty well. If you compare the background right here side by side with the waterfall and the trees and everything, it's all stayed the same. The only thing that's changed is the actual animal right there. And yeah, it's turned into an alien. Maybe I could have specified that as standing on 2 legs rather than 4 legs like this, but you can see the power of this. I think Curtis ran through some examples before where we've got a Mona Lisa right here, AI generated, and you change it and swap it out for dog portraits, for example, which is pretty funny. Definitely looks neat. So there's a lot of use cases for this. You can change small elements in designs or just fix your AI graphics. If something turned out wonky, you can just tell it to replace or fix certain elements. Just remember the first prompt bar right here is what it's meant to find in the image. The second one is what it's meant to replace that object with. Next up, we've got the bulk background remover. This is ideal if you've got a lot of AI graphics to go through. You want to remove their backgrounds and you don't want to do it manually. And this is, from my experience, most accurate and most effective bulk background remover out there. Still, like if you did it manually for some more complex graphics, you would definitely get better results, but it's going to take you longer. So in many cases, this is actually the best way to go. All you have to do is select all right here. And by the way, I've got 7 graphics in this example, but just like with Vision AI, you can do this for up to 120 graphics at once or listings at once. That's with the top My Designs plan. You can access the background remover on a free My Designs subscription as well, or a free My Designs account. You can access this still. You just need to purchase credits in order to use it. But you don't have to have a monthly subscription in order to use the background remover is what I'm trying to say. Now, once you have everything selected, go to All Actions, remove background. You can let it generate a preview right here for the images that you have. You don't need to generate this. Just make sure that the output file slot is different to the original if you don't want this to be overwritten. And then just click remove background. Yes, remove it. And I'm just going to add that job to the queue. And that was very quick. If you double click on the file slot where that was saved to, here we go. We can see that all of these look very good. Even I purposely added these plant graphics right here, which are very difficult with lots of white in between the stems, but it seems to have done a very good job even in that case. As you can see, that was a very fast and efficient way to remove the background very effectively from these AI graphics. AI feature number 4 is their bulk vectorizer, because if you want to turn these graphics right here, even without a background, into a scalable vector file, doing that one at a time is very, very tedious. However, if we go to All Actions and click Vectorize Image, we can do it in bulk. Once again, with up to 120 files at once. And this actually uses Vectorizer.ai. It gets the exact same results. And you might remember Vectorizer AI, it was free in the past. It's not anymore, unfortunately.
You were the chosen one!
But it is super accurate and it's literally the best vectorizer out there, and you can use that through My Designs in bulk. Now here it doesn't really make much sense to generate a preview, but if you wanted to vectorize the files without a background, you need to change the input file slot to mockup 1 in this case. That's where we saved the version without a background. And yeah, let's just hit vectorize. This is once again very quick and it uses credits. If you have a free My Designs account, again, you get access to this feature, but you do need to use some credits for it, which you can purchase individually. If we go back to vectorize image, you can click on this right here and it will bring up the bundles that you can get, but you don't need to sign up to a subscription. And there we go, vectorizing is done. I've got the mockup 2 slot selected. You won't really notice that much of a difference. Maybe in this foot right here, the gradients kind of get lost, but on images like the dog, it does look amazing and very, very suitable. What you can do is you can use the vectors right here in My Designs. You can use the canvas system to add some text to them and to change the dimensions to your t-shirt print files, or if you want to download them, use them externally, create designs in a different tool, for example, then you can go to all actions, download as zip. Just make sure you have the right file slot selected. In this case, mockup 2 is holding the vectors right here for me, and then click download zip down there. But yeah, there we go. That was very quick for creating some high quality graphics that now can be scaled to any dimensions that we may need. But what if you want to upscale your graphics? If you don't like the vector look, or maybe you have some very detailed art, then My Designs has you covered as well with their bulk upscaler, which again, you can find in all actions, upscale image. It's fairly similar in that you need to select the input file slot, use the one without a background, change the file slot if need be to one that's empty, and then we can just hit upscale image right here. Yes, upscale, it's going to use 14 credits in this case. And again, you can use or access the upscaler with a free My Designs account as well. It's added the drop to the queue up here, and it's going to take a few seconds to process. And there we go, that's all done. And as you can see with the foot, it has retained a lot of that detail from the gradients. If we look back at the vector, yeah, there's definitely a difference in terms of this style and the detail. Whereas like with the penguin, you won't really notice a difference because there's a different style of graphic entirely. But yeah, that is the bulk upscaler. Now you've got these graphics in 4000 by 4000 pixels. And again, you can use them within My Designs, sell them on different products right here on Etsy or Shopify, or you can download these as a zip by selecting the right file slot and then clicking download down here. If you want to sell personalized coffee mugs through My Designs, then you will probably find this video helpful, where I share a step-by-step process.